Well, I sometimes feel I most identify with Uncle Brill because luckily for me, I'm surrounded by a lot of strong women. Just try to find my place.
Hey, are you okay? I know your secret. You're a kraken hiding as a human. I really gotta go
now.
And soon, everyone will know the truth. Cushies!
So Kirk, you've directed movies like The Croods, Space Chimps, and Vivo. Now in Ruby Gillman, you created an entirely different underwater universe in which krakens are not monsters, but amazing creatures. So what was the main challenge, the biggest challenge you had during this new process?
At DreamWorks, there was a great challenge, but the artists love a challenge. And the greatest challenge was creating an underwater world that we'd never seen before, that allowed us to keep a scale and a scope that krakens could inhabit, these giant mythological creatures, but was at the same time both appealing and elegant, because this is a movie centered about a female lead. It's the first female lead in the title in DreamWorks history, and we wanted this world to be beautiful. We wanted it to be appealing. We were very lucky our production designer, Pierre-Olivier Vincent, did all the How to Train Your Dragon series, so we knew the world building was in great hands.
So at the same time you had the good krakens, you took a massive powerhouse character from Disney, the mermaid, and made it the villain. It sounds so much like a throwback to DreamWorks back in the 2000s. Is it like making fun of Disney and fairy tales?
We were more intrigued by the idea that we were just subverting tropes and subverting the expectation. So when we subverted the expectation of a giant kraken, it only felt natural to subvert the expectation of a mermaid. So we were sort of returning mermaids back to before Hans Christian Andersen, to when they were the sirens of the sea. The idea that Chelsea was dangerous, and she sang a song, without saying she wanted to be persuasive. And I think that was a really great opportunity because it's about a teenage girl in high school where you want to be liked, you want to be told you're certain things, and so this is a little cautionary tale about who to listen to.
For generations, krakens have protected the seas, keeping us safe from the most power-hungry and dangerous creature of all.
The mermaid?
Yes, the mermaid! Oh.
But people love mermaids. I love you so much! Love you too, Rando!
Of course they do. People are stupid.
The film is filled with pop songs, including one of Blackpink's hit, which I found awesome. I'm a huge fan. So how did you choose this soundtrack, and how do you think it helps create the movie's atmosphere?
Oh, I'm so glad you brought it up because we absolutely loved it. That was in one of our early screenings. We used that song, and I think in many ways, it is a teenage film, and music is a big part of youth culture. We wanted this movie to have a sort of a mixtape to Ruby's life, and using a lot of amazing, we have original songs from Mimi Webb, Freya Ridings, and having an opportunity that the music had energy like a teenager would expect, but at the same time mixing that with a score by Stephanie Economo, our composer. This is her first feature, and she brought this sort of dream pop, 80s dream pop vibe to the score, which feels very non-traditional, but again, had something that was special and unique to Ruby's life.
Krakens are majestic creatures and noble protectors.
I'm just Ruby Gillman, normal teenager.
Is there any character from Ruby Gillman you most identify with, and why?
Well, I sometimes feel I most identify with Uncle Brill because luckily for me, I'm surrounded by a lot of strong women. Just try to find my place. So yeah, I feel like that was a character. Sam Richardson plays him in our version, and he's a very sweet character that I think in this amazing film with these strong female leads, that he really just wants the best for them. He wants his family pulled back together. And so I feel like that was an opportunity that we had to sort of surprise the audience from an uncle who just should be just silly, but then has some unexpected wisdom at the end of the film.
Jane Fonda voices the grandmother of the main character, Ruby. So how was it for you directing such a legend and turning her into a giant green kraken with huge tentacles?
It was a chance of a lifetime. I think all of us, my co-director Farron Pearl and my producer Kelly Cooney, we were all quite starstruck, to say the least. And she definitely knows what she wants to do. And I think one thing she was very excited about was the opportunity in voice acting to go a little bigger than what you would do in a normal live action movie. So the opportunity was, and it matched the character so well that she was able to bring a theatrics to it and a style that felt very new and also very unique.
It's time to go big.
We're still on for our tutoring session later, right?
Oh. Anything for my algebra.
You're what now?
I mean, bro. Algebro, like you're my brother. You're my math brother.
You know, I think I like the first one better.